Today we're going to give the dune foreigner some long needed attention. You know, I'm sure those of you that follow me on Instagram and have watched some of the videos that the foreigner's in, you can hear it squeaking. It's squeaking super bad because the water pump's going out, and it's just super squeaky, super loud. So it's time to do the timing belt and water pump setup on this truck. On these particular engines, these 5VZs, your water pump is actually driven by the timing belt, which is actually pretty cool. You know, when it comes to working on it, which it sucks that you can't just replace the belt on the outside, but because of it being driven by the timing belt, you're never ever going to lose a water pump unless you have a catastrophic engine failure. You know what I'm saying? So we got a whole kit from Toyota. We got all of our, you know, our timing belt pieces, the little actuator thing, the little hydraulically driven part, and then all the pulleys with new bearings in them and stuff. And then we got the new seals for all the cams, because there's 4 of them in these dang things. So we've got all that. We've got to get started here by draining the coolant, pulling out the radiator, pulling off the main, not the timing gear, but the main pulley that's for all the other accessories on the front of the engine. And then we can take off the plastic cover that covers up the timing belt and stuff, and then take all those parts off. And but before we do all of that, we have to set it at TDC before we take off any of the timing stuff. And then we'll just reverse from there and start reassembling it. So, all right guys, let's get started. Well guys, we're having a little bit of a dilemma here. When I built this truck and I did the conversion, the Tacoma front end on it, I was like, oh, you know, I'll pull out the hood latch, the hood cable, all that, throw it away. I don't need this. I'm going to run some hood pins on here. It's going to be super cool. Well, when I was having it painted, the guys at the body shop were like, Scott, come on. Hood pins on a race truck go back here, you know, like arrow catch flush mounts, you know what I'm saying? But of course, part of a stock truck is here. That is way too curved for a hood pin. So we're kind of just struggling a little bit here. I got a little piece of wire wrapped around the latch, kind of inside here. Yep, you guys can see it. You got to get in there, grab that. You get this hood open here. It's time. A little bit of pushing down help, James?
Yeah.
Today we're doing we got off, or well, first we drained the coolant, we pulled, and then we drained the automatic transmission lines, and then we unbolted the bracket off the side of the radiator because it had to be notched out for the power steering box. You know, these originally didn't come with power steering boxes, so the radiators didn't have a cutout for them. So that's why that was a little tough to tug out of there. And then James got both the power steering pump belt off and the alternator belt off. And then, as you guys could see there, the fan was fighting us really hard to come off of there. And we're pretty sure because, let's see this? It's a junkyard part number. So this could be a fan for like a 3.0 instead of the 5VZ, because it's almost like the pumps for stud pattern was a little bit bigger. Well, it's not the pump, it's the standoff that supports the fan. That they're a little bit bigger than what's on the fan clutch itself. So we're going to probably aug those out so that'll fit, but it's probably due a 3.0 is why it's like that. So now that we got all that off there, we're going to go ahead and set top dead center, and then we'll pull off the timing, well, not the timing, but the main pulley, and then we can disassemble all of these parts, these covers here, and then get into there, and we'll dismantle all the pulleys, the timing belt, and all of its parts, and then reassemble with all the new parts. So let's do that. Pretty much the whole 5VZ's timing system dismantled here. Got it all pretty much taken apart, as you guys saw in the video there. So we went to take the timing pulleys off, whatever you want to call them. Sometimes you can get them with an air gun and they'll come off. Well, these, it's not happening. So what you're supposed to use is a barring tool that goes between these parts here and bars it, and then you hang on to that and then you break it loose with like your 1/2-inch breaker bar. It was a tool we were like, let's try it this way. We probably won't need it. You know, no reason to go spend the extra 25 bucks for no reason, but sometimes that's why you do it. Earlier today we bought a new drain pan, we bought coolant, we bought some towels, we got some PB blaster in case we came up with something that's a little tough. Some nuts, you know what I mean? But yep, didn't get that tool, and that's, you know, something I can give you guys is, you know, get the tool. Even if you don't use it, it's there. Return it if you don't want it. You know, even if they don't give you your money back at O'Reilly's or whatever, you get, put that money towards your next oil change or whatever, you know, shop supplies. So we're gonna end the video here until tomorrow morning. We'll go get that barring tool, and then we'll get back started. We'll get these timing gears pulled off here, and then we'll pull off the little back sheet metal cover, and then we can see to get to the cam seals. We'll probably do the cam seals first, and then reverse put everything back together from where we just took it all apart with the timing. So we'll see you guys in the morning. Hey guys, James and I are driving up to Kirkland. Found a good deal on Craigslist. Craigslist fine for the win. Found an oil pallet, I guess you would call it. It's meant for 4 55-gallon oil drums to go on. So that way if one leaks or you have a spill or something, it's got a 75-gallon capacity in the pallet itself. It's like a big plastic tote, and then it's got a big plastic skeleton that goes in the middle of it. Your barrels go on top of. So we're gonna run up and grab that, so that way, damn it phone, so that way we're you know, set for safety and oil. You know, we're not spilling oil at the property, and you know, in case the safety inspector ever comes through, we got our oil on check. So join us. We're gonna go up to Kirkland and pick that up, and then we'll come back to the shop and see about doing some stuff with the 400. There it is, bros. There's the bottom half of it. This gentleman's shop is shutting down here in Kirkland. James over here getting the other half of it. Those two parts right there. All right, far out, we got those loaded up, so now we got something awesome to stick our oil drums on. Now let's get back to Cougar. The Dodge started up here. Super fast, like a brand new pickup now. All right, so let's get our country butts back to Shelton now. We got a little bit lost when we first got here. GPS took us through an area where it's got a road that's closed down, so. But besides that, we found it, got to the shop. It's got that, I guess you'd call it an oil drum base. I don't know what else you'd call that. Oil drum base Tupperware. I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Nice simple shop upgrade. Good for, you know, not making a mess, and good for safety in case they ever have inspectors come through or anything. So that's awesome. And plus we got it off Craigslist for free, guys. I mean, what better than that? It's like a $400 thing if you get them new, so. But alright guys, let's get back to Shelton.
Won't you wait for me? Won't you wait for me? Won't you move it? Let me breathe. Move it. Let me we hush while our bodies are howling. Oh, you soothe and ease my mind. Will you let me take my time? Won't you wait for me? 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 Let me breathe. Let me breathe. We don't need a shaky start. We don't need a shaky start.
This is what I wanted to know. See this white line right here?
Yeah.
It's supposed to line up somewhere, and because that is your crank, right cam, left cam. But if I put this on here like so. Down this little back aspect. It's probably not going to be happy. See, that one's off.
Okay.
I have to figure out what this one down here
Well,
is
that
supposed
one
to
says
line up to. this cam is off. I mean, it needs to rotate. Oh, about there. See, because now that points this line
Perfectly.
crossed. Go like this, bring this one over, and it points where it needs to. Actually, I have to take
That little pulley off.
I have to take this back out. You're supposed to start here and go like this, under, and then slide it over this one.
I think think these lips would make it tough, you know?
It does. It's not an easy process, but...
Okay. Well, hey, if you have to do it like that, I mean, I'm not trying to mess you up.
No, I'm just... That's what I was trying to find, is the installation procedure for it.
I've always... That'd be cool to follow one of those, because I've just always done it the old school way. So do it a little easier would be nice.
I said there's a procedure that's supposed to be followed. It makes it really easy to put it on. I just have to find it. But you rotate in a clockwise fashion because that is the way the engine turns.
Right. I don't even know what would happen if you did it the other way.
It just wouldn't line back up like you want it to. Wouldn't hurt anything to rotate the engine backwards.
Yeah.
The engine doesn't give a shit what way it rotates. That way I don't have to sit there and fucking stare at it.
I'm with you.
There's one.
You're pressing it.
Must know what I'm doing.
Alright guys, so now that we got it filled with coolant, start her up for the first time. Yep, just saying, perfect, first time, started right up, no big deal or anything. Cougar House Garage, guys, just that's how we do it here. So yeah, now we just gotta let this guy burp. Awesome. About that too. A little bit of drip out of line will be okay. Move it out the driveway.
Yeah. These are actually fine. Don't need blocked off with no vacuum.
Yeah, I've always wondered why those are like that. Alright guys, so we're just gonna finish burping this guy and then finish up here, so awesome. Timing belt job done, guys, on the 5VZ on our 4Runner. It wasn't really too crazy. It went pretty smooth, actually. We really didn't run in any problems. I mean, did the job, put it back on. I mean, there's really not much else to say about it. There's other videos on YouTube of how to do them and your torque specs and all that. We followed everything by torque spec using all data. But yeah, that job's done. So now we get to move on to our next project, which is our friend Jacob Wilson's 92 Toyota pickup that we're putting a 2JZ in. And it's already has a Total Chaos Baja front suspension on the front of it. It's like their Caddy 2 kit or something that they call it. I'm not certain. Check out their website if you're interested in their IFS Baja kits. They're pretty cool. Yeah, so you know, our next part here, guys, we'll do that and we'll get that truck in here and we're gonna make some engine mounts for it with the CNC machine. It's gonna be pretty cool, but you know, we'll explain to you guys more about that when we get into that truck. So, but yeah, timing belt the job done. I mean, the 4Runner was squeaking super bad, guys, and then now that this is done, it stopped squeaking. It was the water pump that was squeaking super bad. So, but yeah. I mean, not much else to say, guys. I mean, we got it done, and then yesterday we picked up that oil drum pallet, I guess you'd call it, so that way we got that for our oil drums to sit on in case they leak or anything like that. It was a free Craigslist find, so that's super cool. Shop upgrade. And then, yeah, then we came back this morning and got the timing belt done. So, alright guys, well, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, let us know what you think of the job, and check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook /Cougar House Garage, and we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram, guys. We hope you like the video. We'll catch you guys in the next episode.